Well, I'm the PJ Fitzpatrick. I love the truth, though. Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is the cruiser still working with an earlier accident in Lawrenceville? This could slow your go as you're coming 40th Street Bridge and Route 28. It's right off the end of that. On the scene with that. 28 itself is rolling well. Parkway East, just minor slowdowns in both directions near the Squirrel Hill tunnels, but then we turn our attention to the Parkway West, which is always a different story. Inbound, you have delays right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp. Very slow go from that point down to and through the Fort Pitt tunnels. And outbound, you're trying to get to the outbound Fort Pitt tunnels and Parkway West. You have sluggish traffic on the Parkway East 376 and coming over from the Fort Duquesne Bridge. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Pony for my friends at Comer and Cross. Does your garage floor have cracked and stained concrete? Mine did. Maybe your garage floor had a bad epoxy or paint job. A new Comer and Cross garage floor is going to transform your whole garage, and all it's going to take is one day. I love mine, and you'll love yours. If you call them right now and
CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joint.
380.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble?
Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name.
Years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446. 6.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. After years of working in stealth, autonomous driving firm Stack AV unveiled a new autonomous truck at an expo in Las Vegas yesterday. The first from a collaboration. Also, Highmark Health has named a longtime United Health executive as chief operating officer. Heather Cianfranco, a native of Pittsburgh and Duquesne Law graduate, takes over as COO immediately. Cianfranco takes over the COO role from Karen Hanlon, who'd been named president in October of 25 and had simultaneously held the COO title.
Go ahead, man. What's up, Rich?
Marty, how you doing today?
Good, pal.
I want to tell you a story about my wife who died of breast cancer 13 years ago now. I want to tell you, my wife got cancer when she was 40, okay? Wow. The first time she got a mammogram, they detected cancer. She had stage 4 for 17 years. She died at 57. My wife took every kind of experimental drug. She loved life. She lived life. And she knew that cancer would eventually take her out. She never complained about anything, even being married to me. You know, all men are pains in the butt. But Marty, my wife was a woman that loved life so much that she just went on with life. Like I told people that she had breast cancer. Nobody even knew that. She didn't tell anybody. I had to say.
But hold on, because this is what I do recall about having that treatment. You're sick all the time. Was she sick all the time? Like feeling sick?
Marty, I can tell you the first time she got a treatment, it looked like they were putting tar in her veins. Now we're going back many years ago.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even boil. My kids were like, you know, they were 9, 10,
Wow.
9 and 10 years old. We used to have to go out because if I boiled water, she would throw up.
Uh-huh.
So, but my wife worked the entire time while she had cancer. She was the superintendent secretary at McKee Sports School District for nearly 30 years.
So she kept that attitude positive.
Marty, she was so positive. Sometimes when we would go into the hospital and I would go with her for treatments, I would sometimes get upset for her because they would be poking needles before she got a port put in. And but she loved life so much, and she did so many wonderful things. She touched many people's hearts. And when my wife went shopping on a Saturday morning, she would take her 4 hours to go through this grocery store because, hey, how are you doing today, Lynn? What's going on? When she would be in a room, Marty, she would light up a room with her smile.
Well, that's why I get so angry when folks like that die, because you lose this bright light, man.
And Marty, I happen to be with a woman now. She lost her husband to several different things. I'm a little bit older than her. But the bottom line is, Marty, I married my wife when she was 18 years old. We were married nearly 50 years.
Wow. Thanks,
and,
man.
Marty, she was a beacon of light, a beacon of light.
That. It's so special. It's amazing. I love those stories. So much of its attitude. Because you heard Norm, probably one of the 5 most positive men I've ever met. It was hell for him. It was hell. I want to mention something. Where do you want him to go? Where do you want him to go? In a bathroom, like every other friggin' adult in the world. I can't stand these idiots. Why, instead of shooting a tape and screaming at him, why don't you help him? Help him what? Learn how to act like a grown-ass man? Every single day we make choices. It's amazing how many times I've had to poop and didn't poop in the street. It's just amazing how I surprised myself. It's amazing how many times I've been in the car on the highway and had to urinate and didn't pull over and pee under a bridge on the turnpike. It's astounding. How I didn't take a crap at the doorway of a restaurant where they have their food for people to pick up. Stop with these ignorant comments. Where's he supposed to go? In a bathroom. Like an adult. All of their food enters there. And these morons are shooting up there and crapping there and urinating there. And he bitched about it, and he should. And all we get is blowback from idiots saying, how dare you call him out for urinating in public with his pants down? Really? Really? How about this? Act like an adult, not a dog. How about this? Make a choice to go to a friggin' bathroom like adults. Spare us this crap. Why don't you help him? Help him what? Help him what? We post the videos until they fix the problem, and that's the way it's going to be. Too bad if you don't like it.
It's the little things. The information you need. People.
That's terrible. When water gets in, ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, they get to work. Demand that yellow van. 412-RECOVER. That's the number. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Man, the yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When the paycheck stops, the planning starts. Retirement isn't about a number. It's about income that lasts through every stage of life. Secure Money Advisors focuses on building retirement strategies around income, tax efficiency, healthcare planning, and legacy protection, all working together in one coordinated plan. Claim a complimentary copy of your book today at righttrackbook.com. That's righttrackbook.com. where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 51 degrees at 12 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. Ted Turner, the founder of CNN and the 24-hour news cycle, has died at the age of 87. CNN anchor Wolf Blitzer talked about him during his show today and says Turner hired him back in 19 by his grandparents as Haas has raised more than 20 by his grandparents as Haas has raised more than $26,000 so far. School districts across the area proposing tax hikes in their latest budget. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has more.
Upper St. Clair's proposed $111 million plan includes a $3 billion plan, includes a 3% tax increase, and uses about $1.2 million tax increase, and uses about $1.2 million from its fund balance to cover one-time cost. Staffing will drop slightly through attrition with
guidelines. Follows federal recent guidelines on such procedures for minors. This now goes to the full Senate for federal recent guidelines on such procedures for minors. This now goes to the full Senate for consideration after clearing the committee in a 10-4 vote. Police are investigating after a woman's car and home in Homewood were sprayed with bullets last night. It happened around 8:30 on the 7300 block of Stranahan Street. One of the bullets hit the victim in her arm. She is last reported to be in stable condition at a local hospital. So far, police say they have no arrests or suspects. And a Latrobe man is dead after his car hit a tree yesterday in Ligonier. The Westmoreland County coroner says 49-year-old Robert Todd was driving along 4 Mile Run Road when he went off the road hitting a tree. He was not wearing a seatbelt. On Wall Street today, stocks have been rallying all morning long. The Dow is currently 543 points higher. The Nasdaq is 381 points to the plus side, and the S&P 500 currently up about 83 points. KDK Sports, Paul Skeens will be on the mound for the Bucks when they continue their series against the Diamondbacks tonight in Arizona. KDK Radio News Time, 12:03. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 if you recently lost your health insurance or don't have insurance through your employer. 51 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
If you ask enough people, how are you? You'll eventually get that trendy response, I'm living the dream. Well, at Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center, we help people live their kitchen and bathroom remodeling dreams.
For almost 60 years, Petite has delivered the creative and professional services required by homeowners to help them realize their ideal bathroom or kitchen. And it all starts with a visit.
People love the experience of browsing our beautiful showroom, and they tell us that it's truly a stress-free environment. To our past customers, we sincerely thank you. To our future customers, we ask that you let us transform your vision into reality, the Petite way.
So when you tell someone you're living the dream, you really mean it. Visit us soon. We're just minutes off the Carnegie exit of the Parkway West. Call us at 412-279-2222 or see us on the web at PetiteKitchens.com. Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
After a rainy morning this afternoon will be mostly cloudy and much cooler than yesterday, the high 58. Cloudy early tonight, some clearing late, and chilly, though 39 to 43. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, a cool day with a shower late, the high 58. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Dreaming of your next getaway? AAA Travel makes it easy with a wide variety of vacation options, from exciting cruises and guided tours to relaxing, all-inclusive resorts. Want to skip the airport? Ask about their no-fly cruises. Just hop on a comfortable motor coach from the Pittsburgh area to nearby ports like New York or New Jersey. Then set sail stress-free. No flying, no driving, just vacation. Visit your local AAA office or call 1-800-354-8761 to start planning today. Amazon Business. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I don't know what the hell anymore, man. We're in very interesting times, this ice stuff. Everybody had their underwear in a wad yesterday because ice showed up at some daycare and arrested a bunch of people in a parking lot. Everybody. ICE is at it again, screwing people over, and the video's rolling right now on our live stream. It's just the way the situation is. It's the environment we live in. They arrested 6 people yesterday, workers, illegally here. It's the truth. How do I know this? Joseph Patrick Murphy knows this. He knows what happened, and he saw this video. The reason why I love you is you're so pragmatic. None of what you saw in this and none of what happened yesterday got you excited at all, even though the media got all riled up that ICE is at it again, violating people's rights, sir. None of that. Yep. None of that.
Well, it's par for the course, Marty. I mean, that's the nature of the game. We talk about it here, and it's gotten rough. It's been rougher. Not much rougher, but it has been rougher in my career. These are people who do not want to be taken in, and the government uses different methods to capture them, and that includes, in some cases, trickery. A lot of people don't like the way that feels, and I don't blame them. Ideally, the government shouldn't be engaging in trickery, but it's got a job to do, and it's got a job to do, and it has to do it fast. This was voted for, again, by a very large majority of Americans. This wasn't just an electoral victory. This was a numeric victory. So, if you don't like it, that's fine. You're allowed. If you want to protest it, that's fine, too. Get yourself in a... But I wouldn't get worked up that this is the end of the world. This is about the way immigration enforcement has historically worked.
You represent a couple of those folks I saw running around like ants at a picnic?
Well, we've talked to one or two of them, yeah.
What happened? Yeah. What was that?
I'm not going to get into. I can't, Marty. I want to, but I can't do that right now.
What do you mean? ICE told me what it is. I mean, all of them are here illegally, and they shouldn't be here illegally, and they arrested them. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, and there was a little bit of effort to evade. There was people running around, like you said.
Yeah.
A lot of these people don't want to be taken. They like it here, and it's just amazing how much and how willing they are to fight just to stay here.
Yeah.
Many of the migrants now, they're different than other generations of migrants. Most recently, and in my experience, the people from the Cold War, the Soviet refugees, they wanted to be Americans. They certainly wanted to be out of where they were, and they wanted to be here instead of there. We're seeing a lot of people now who are really coming to engage in parallel play. They don't want to be Americans. They have no interest in it. They're good workers. I can't necessarily say, but that's the claim to fame here. You grab them, and even when I says, "What have you been doing here?" They working. When sometimes they'll come in here, they'll come in here and they want to get a green card. And did you marry a citizen, or is there an employer sponsoring you? I've been working. And I appreciate that, and they're great workers, and everybody notices that. But that I don't know how that got into the correct.
And
correct, because they're working legally.
You said something profound, actually, and very pragmatic. Some of these employers are in a lull. They're like, "Come on back, everything's cool," but it isn't, is it, sir?
It's not. It's actually getting worse right now. I think we were talking earlier about that bond hearing I had this morning.
Yeah.
This was a hard-fought battle just to get a square hearing on the bond.
Here, because I love this guy, and I've become friends actually with one of his employees. Lay this out for our listeners.
Kid walks into the United States at 17 years old, and that makes him a minor, obviously. There's special programs for the protection of minors that wander into the United States. They're particularly at risk for exploitation. They're in a foreign country. They are less likely to report crimes that are done to them. So the government created a program to protect them called Special Immigrant Juvenile Status. And somebody, I don't know who it was, but maybe a charitable organization years ago, got him classified as a special immigrant juvenile. He's got an approved petition. Only a certain number of them can become green cards in any given year. It's an oversubscribed program, so there's a waiting period. Even though the petition's approved, they don't really have a status. Their status is waiting for their number to come up in the rotation so they can apply for a green card. So in addition to that, in order to protect these kids, they gave them something called deferred action. It's similar to DACA, and they should be immune from immigration arrest. Back in January, this kid, now 23.
By the way, very successful roofer, just had a baby, really cool family man, great guy. Go ahead. Name Luis.
Great name Luis. Great values, everything like that. And he really is. I really like this guy. They arrested him in spite of the deferred action and just going back to court and saying he doesn't have it anymore. Yeah. And that created a situation where he was placed into deportation proceedings. Now, this, in spite of the fact that he has waited all those years for his number to come up, and he's 45 days off of the number.
Wow.
We asked multiple times for continuances, delay. They refused to do that. Full strength forward. And now they went through and put a deportation order on this guy, which we've appealed. I asked for bond to get him out of there so he could be out of detention pending appeal. Denied.
Wow.
Now that was a bad denial. It was against the law. So I filed a lawsuit in federal court to order that. They didn't deny him bond. They wouldn't let him have a bond hearing.
Wow.
So I went to federal court and had them issue an order. Give this man a bond hearing within 7 days or release him. Yesterday at day 5, I emailed the U.S. attorney that I was corresponding with. I said, did you guys, this is day 5. We're on a clock here. He says, oh, yeah, it's tomorrow morning at 9.
Wow.
I had not received any notice. I came in a little early to see if there'd be something in my email or maybe somebody would call the office. Nothing came. Finally, I called the clerk of the immigration court out in Newark, New Jersey, and gave him the alien number. And he said, oh, yeah, you've got an 8:30 in front of Judge Wilson. Now, Wilson is the judge that initially denied the bond. Wilson did give him bond. She said, I've looked at this. This is a good kid. It noted all the equities that you and I just talked about, the closeness in time, all these things. After running through all these hoops, the government just appealed the award of bond.
Oh.
So he doesn't get out. He doesn't get out. Yeah. It's different because, like, if you and I get arrested, you go to night court and they do the preliminary arraignment and set bail. But there isn't somebody there arguing against you getting it. The night court magistrate sets bail and you're out.
My man,
The
why do they
difference
want him
is-
so bad? What are we doing here? What
it's
is
not
it?
him.
It's the process.
It's not him. It's that. Yep, it's the inversion of the process. There are plenty of programs that have this problem where there's a limited number, there's a cap, a limited number of these visas, well, a limited number of these visas that can be approved in a year. And they're oversubscribed programs. They created a program for crime victims called U-Visa. These are people that were victims of serious crimes here in the United States that are testifying. And a lot of people got the idea that the U-Visa is like a booby prize for getting hurt in the United States. That's not what it's about. It's so the prosecution can keep you here and catch whoever did this crime. So there's a requirement of cooperation. But the U-Visa program, I think there might be 10,000 a year in the entire United States. We could do 10,000 in Pennsylvania alone.
So this guy, this guy's he's screwed.
No, I don't think he's screwed. I think because the clock keeps ticking toward those 45 days. Now, he doesn't get 1 day for each day that goes by in like regular time, because that date is changed every month. It can go in the other direction sometimes. But given the history of how that program moves, my suspicion is that his number will come up July, maybe August.
Could they deport him prior?
No, because we've appealed the deportation order, which means it's not final.
It's unbelievable.
Additionally, we're going to apply for a formal stay of deportation. The hardest part here, Marty, is going to be explaining to this young man that he's got to spend another couple months in there to get his green card.
And let's be honest, if this is 2 years ago, my man's out on the street, no one gives a damn.
If this was 6 months ago, he's out on the street.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's really... Immigration, starting in August, got a bunch of new cases that they really can beat the hell out of these immigrants. And that's to your point, because they can hold them in there, and eventually a large portion of them give up. They put their hand up, they say, fine, I'll take the $1,000, get me out of this place, because they conclude very quickly that free in Latin America is more fun than in jail in Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania.
Which was our conversation yesterday about Jose. He said, to hell with it, I'm going back to Nicaragua. To hell with it, screw it.
Well, he wasn't in jail. He wasn't detained.
He wasn't.
I think Jose was more of a writing on the wall thing, because although I didn't rep him, we had some minor contact with him.
I remember.
At some point he called here, didn't hire us, but I remember thinking that case was going to need some work. I didn't think it was baloney, but I think it was, I don't know if he drafted it himself or he hired some immigration helper or something like that.
Hey, before I let you go, I got to get back to the video yesterday, the ants at the picnic.
Yes.
Most of those guys have no driver's license. No one gives a damn 6 months ago. Now, they do. Right. And they're gone. They're screwed. Well, it's the game.
It's an easy way around.
It's the game.
It's the easy way around these people.
It's the game.
Yep.
Right? Joseph Patrick
Everybody
Murphy, my man. You're the best. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Marty.
He is. He's the best there is. He's fantastic.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, & White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Tweety Mechanical, when they get to your house, they treat you like family. And the service, and the professional attitude, and their expertise. HVAC, the best there is. On top of that, Tweety Mechanical has installed 500 free furnaces for folks who need them. 500. Tweety Mechanical. Amazing. 412-771-4100. 412-771-4100.
Hey, this is Lisa with Nest Expressions Window Fashions. My South Hills Hunter Douglas Gallery in McMurray will be opening soon, so book your free shop-at-home consultation at nestexpressions.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. Love it.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Army veteran Dr. Lisa Maddox may have lost a leg, but she explains that hasn't stopped her from shredding the slopes at the National Disabled Veterans Winter Sports Clinic, held in Snowmass, Colorado.
I would like to report no falls on the monoski yet, because I'm sure some are coming. Yesterday, I was learning basics and really working on balance and staying in control. Because you know how it is. When you're young, pain doesn't hurt. As you get older, it hurts for longer.
Are you kicking up a little bit of snow? Are you kicking up a little rooster tail there when you're making some?
A little bit, yeah. You can look back up the mountain and see where you carved through.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth and investigate true crime cases. 48 Hours, CBS Saturday, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You know, I know the Range Rover moms, they get their cell phones, they get all worked up about ICE arresting illegals. I don't know why they care. It kind of is what it is. And if the narrative has changed that they're not arresting drug dealers and rapists and, okay, murderers, okay, so what? They're illegal. All I'm suggesting is you got to be fair with yourself. This is the way it is. If you're here illegally, they're coming after you, no matter what you think. That's just the way it is. That's the process. No one is better at narrating that story than Joseph Patrick Murphy. He's the best lawyer in town for this. And he says, yeah. The rules have changed. They're coming after you. Get over yourself. Or hide. Or run. I don't know what to tell you. Now, they arrested a guy last week in Bridgeville, kidnapping. That's pretty serious. And the guys who work for ICE are like, we're doing our damn job, man. I don't know what you want us to say. I don't understand why, like, this raid yesterday was perfectly legal. The guys were all illegal. Deport them. Bye. Why do we hate that? Why do the wokesters hate that? They're illegal. The beauty of the law is bizarre in this case and how it's changed. As I always reiterate, 6 months ago, no one had given a damn about these guys. No one. A year ago, forget about it. And 2 years ago, no. So for illegals, they don't know what the hell to do. Well, go home or hide or become a citizen, which is impossible. And there's no greater story than the one we tell about Luis. He was a great kid. He was here when he was 17. Was he 17? Yeah. He has a great family. He has great employees. He has a baby, a newborn. And unless he gets citizenship in the next, 49 days, he's done, man. No, a card, no citizenship. And by the way, it's cost nearly $30,000 in legal fees. I mean, people are just going to have to accept that this is what Trump does. This is what they decided to do. Get rid of all of them. Boom, bye, see ya. A lot of them work their asses off, quite frankly. A lot of them are really good people, quite frankly. They just are. But if you're told, arrest anyone that's here illegally, then that's what you do. You don't let the nice guys stay behind. You just don't. What I find ironic is you don't want their jobs. None of them. None of them. They work their asses off. They're insanely focused on family. They save their money and send it home. They're really cool people. They go to church. They live a normal life. They're just, but they're illegal. And before we didn't care, and now we do. And that's hard for a lot of folks to understand. But it is what it is. Vincent, go ahead.
Listen, I adopted 3 children from El Salvador.
Wow.
My wife and I, we were having problems having kids. Okay? I'll tell you the problems, what we went through to get these children. It took us about a year on our own, filling out the paperwork, getting the paperwork, whatever we needed. All right? Then everything's got to go to county offices in the Pathonetary office and get authenticated. Everything then goes to the state, same thing, stamps on everything. Then we go to the El Salvadorian embassy in D.C. and hold it, get every page converted to Spanish.
Oh, no.
At a cost of a few dollars per page.
No.
Okay, I just had to get into these pages not too long ago. I was back in 21. And they're 5/8 of an inch thick, all this work. And that's just the American side, not any of the Spanish side.
Wow.
Okay, children come over. We hit Miami early in the morning, had to go through customs, a couple of things here or there. The attorney over there gave us paperwork that was sealed with brass staples that do not touch them. Handed it to immigration. Handed it to them, ching, ching, ching. We went right through. There were people over there also trying to get through immigration.
In other words, sir, it's been very difficult. It's been very difficult.
Well, not only that, okay, Mark, now we want to naturalize these children, okay? The rules back then, they had to speak English, okay?
All right, my man, I got to put you on hold. Hang in there. The story's too long. I got to go to break, but it's an important story.
If you're in the Pittsburgh area and caring for a loved one with Medicaid, get paid starting today. Freedom Care has already helped over 162,000 families get the care they deserve, with 97% satisfaction and more than 8,000 five-star reviews. If you have Medicaid, you need to hear this. You may qualify to choose a caregiver you already trust, a family member or friend, and they can start getting paid. No agencies, no strangers, just someone you know, helping with meals, medication, bathing, mobility, and more. This service isn't for later, it's for right now. It's 100% free to you through Medicaid, and caregivers get paid right away after their shift. Find out if you qualify today. Call 412-801-7213. That's 412-801-7213. Don't wait. Call 412-801-7213 now. Again, 412-801-7213. Freedom Care. Get paid to care, starting now.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 52 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh at 12:30. I'm Pat Septak. A new report from Public Citizen is raising questions about 3 UPMC hospitals, but the health system is pushing back. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Public Citizen is warning that UPMC Mercy, McKeesport, and Green could be at risk due to financial losses and reliance on Medicaid funding. But UPMC is disputing the findings. Speaking on the Marty Griffin Show, spokesman Paul Wood said the report should be taken, quote, with a grain of salt, end quote, and said it does not reflect the reality of the system.
It failed to recognize that every hospital UPMC operates is part of an integrated system. We don't operate these hospitals as standalone, independent hospitals. By a system approach, this means that our hospitals can share specialists, share support staff, share technology, share best practices, share clinical programs.
Wood reaffirmed that all three facilities remain part of the system and will continue operating, saying there are no plans for any closures. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A Greene County man has pleaded guilty to a series of charges after he was accused of beating and sexually assaulting his infant son. 26-year-old Zachary Bright was charged with attempted homicide last June after his baby was taken to the hospital, where doctors found the 1-month-old had a fractured skull, brain bleeding, and other injuries. The Observer reporter says prosecutors are pushing for many of the charges to receive consecutive sentences, which would mean a maximum of up to 219 years in jail. Well, we have all been frustrated by customer service, even the Pope. CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace has that story.
2 months after becoming the Pope, Pope Leo called his bank back in Chicago to change the phone number in his account. But a customer service rep told him he could only do that in person. The Reverend Tom McCarthy, a close friend of Pope Leo, says that's when Leo told the woman he was the Pope.
She hung up on him.
The church eventually reached the bank manager.
Well, we don't want to lose the account to the Pope. Well, then change his phone number.
The bank did. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 506 points. The Nasdaq is up 393 points. And the S&P 500 is up 81. KDKA radio news time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Been 30, time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29, if that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on June 23rd. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
A true spa bathroom isn't just about water pressure. It's about the view. Make your shower the crown jewel of your home with a custom frameless glass enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799. See the difference at boulevardglassandmetal.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We had a rainy morning across the area this afternoon. Plenty of clouds and much cooler than yesterday, the high 58. So clearing later tonight and chilly, though, 39 to 43. Intervals of clouds and sun and cool tomorrow with a late-day shower, high 58. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble?
Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay. Calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry. I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Tickets are on sale now for the upcoming season of the Pittsburgh Speakers Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, with Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and acclaimed war photographer Lindsay Addario. For information and tickets, go to pittsburghspeakers.org. Sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
So I was talking to my son about this, and I texted Sam who's the CEO of Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, and he's a wonderful young man. He works his ass off, and he knows this stuff inside and out. And Sam joins me. Sam, how are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Marty?
Couple things I wanted to ask you. I've heard from some contractors that I know, oil prices, you guys are getting spanked as a result in terms of cost. Is that accurate?
Yeah. It's accurate.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Because I heard everything's going up because of this. Why and what's going on?
Yeah, well, everyone knows, like, of course, gas is up right now. So it's making our overhead expenses higher. But the bigger thing is material. All of our material suppliers are heavily affected by the oil industry. So anything from aluminum products to shingles to all of it, they all use in their manufacturing process. They use a ton of oil. We just got a 20% increase on aluminum, and then I just got a 10% increase on shingles. I got a 10% increase on decking. It's all like and I think a lot of it's reactionary, but it is what it is. We're we're getting slapped with all kinds of costs right now on top of what everything is normally.
Wow. So Sam, a job that was X amount is now what? At least 20% more expensive, at least.
I wouldn't say directly 20. So what happens is if our suppliers, basically mark everything up 20%, materials only part of our cost. The other part of our cost is labor. So it won't be a direct 20% pass through, but it's safe to say if they mark it up 20, we're probably having to mark everything up 10% at least to kind of at least cover that cost gap. It's the real thing. When we were, seeing people in January, February, March, April, and we were saying, like, look, it's better to go forward with us today because once the contract's locked in, it's locked in. We don't go back to people and say, "Oh, hey, oil went up. We're gonna have to charge you more now." No, if you bought a contract with us, we hold to the price no matter what. So like when we tell people like, "Hey, today is the cheapest day you can buy," it really is because it's just everything just continues to go up, and when you have stuff like this happen, it's everyone that's coming to us in May is going to be paying more than what they would have paid if they started their project in April. It's just a reality of the market.
Sam Milligan, wow, CEO of Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. So my son asked me this, and I told him I was going to ask you. So throughout my career in life, I've seen this. If I have a project in the house that the contractor said will be $5,000, it's always 30 to 50% more. Is that still true? Yeah.
Do you mean like from the time they quote it?
Yeah, the cost at the end of the day ends up being 30% more at least.
Yeah, that's funny. That's something we run into a lot when people go with what I call the low bid.
Yes.
The low bid always ends up being way more because they hide us, and there's a reason that their price is so low up front is because they're going to hit you with a bunch of change orders.
Wow.
Well, what we do is we encompass everything in the quote, line item by line item. And then the only time that we ever charge someone more is we have like an unforeseen changes clause. Like if we're building a deck and the yard ends up being all shale, we have like a jackhammer clause if we have to jackhammer through a bunch of stuff. But it's an if then. It's not a, oh, hey, you know what? I undercharged you, so I need to charge you another 30% because I bidded the job wrong.
Because Sam, that is common as hell, isn't it?
That's very common, yeah. That's a lot of times it's the low price guy is going to come back and hit you with all these types of, and he's going to end up being sometimes more than the what you thought was the high price. You end up paying more than that because they're just throwing numbers around. There's no consistency to it.
So Sam, what should I ask for and make sure I get in a deal?
Yeah, so when you're getting an estimate, you want a line item estimate. You want everything specified that you're having done. And it's why we put in our estimates like, hey, if the work is not written out, it's not going to be performed. Like we perform the work that we quote. You get exactly what you pay for. There's no surprises. There's nothing missed. It is all line by line. So with anybody that you're working with in a home service or contractor type of thing, no matter how small or big the project is, it's got to be line item. If you talk about something that you want done, make sure it's in the quote. Make sure it's written out. So that they don't come to you later on and say, "Oh, well, I didn't charge you for that. I need to charge you now."
Oh, I started my day. Sam, what about the customer that's just annoying as hell? And no matter what you do, they're never happy. What do you do? Honestly, you run into this. I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a very good job of just really bending over backwards to please our clients. In the entire history of our company, and this happened recently, I literally had to fire a client for the first time.
Oh.
It's a very small job, but I had to fire a client because they mistreated 3 of my employees, and it got to that point. That's the one thing I won't tolerate is mistreatment of my employees. I'll deal with pretty much everything else, and we've dealt with all gauntlets of clients. We've had really great, easy to deal with clients. We've had clients that are more particular. We've had clients that get kind of like, it's everything. I've dealt with all types of people, but if someone's going to mistreat my people and be mean to them and be rude, no, that's it. We're not doing that. So that's only happened literally one time so far. So,
okay. So
yeah, I mean, it's just part of the business.
Sam, do you see ICE coming after a lot of illegals? And is it jacking with a lot of companies that relied on illegals? Do you see this?
Yeah, it's so it was way more prevalent last year. I'd say it's not so bad this spring. I've talked to a lot of different guys in contracting. It's definitely cooled off. I've heard it's in West Virginia. It's a little bit more rampant right now.
I see.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely affected. I think everybody last year. But it's. Again, it seems like it's slowed down, and I think everyone kind of was able to keep working through it.
And Sam, because I hear this too all day long, your business is kind of sketch sometimes. You get random people. So to find good people, you have to pay. Are you having a tough time finding good people, Sam? Good people that you can trust?
Yeah, so I mean, we're constantly recruiting for good people because good people are hard to find. I think the reputation that we've gained with, especially with our installers and everyone that works in the company, is we do pay our people well and we take care of them. So we've been able to attract really good people. So we haven't had a huge issue, as I think, as much as a lot of companies have, of getting good installers, getting good people on the back end. Like, yeah, we've been able to really recruit a good team because we are willing to, we're willing to pay more for good people, and we're willing to treat them right. And me and my cousin, we started as installers. We were out building the decks, so we know every step of the way, what each job is like, and what those guys care about and what's important to them. So we really do try to take care of everybody in the company, from the installers to the laborers, all the way to our back end people and our sales team and everything.
I know I have a ton of questions.
I think that's kind of given us an advantage.
Your business kind of fascinates me. All I hear about guys your age is that they're lazy. Can you find guys that have a type A personality that'll run through walls, or is it hard?
Oh yeah, they're still out there. As bad as I would agree. Like if you took 90 out of 100 guys now versus 90 out of 100 guys back in 1960, the 1960 guys are going to beat them out all day, 100%. But there's still those gem people out there that are special and are hard workers. We have one crew, and this guy's my age, and he's building 1 to 2 decks a week with like 3 to 4 guys on us. They're ripping. They are absolutely tearing through projects, and they're doing high quality work. And he's just a workhorse. And we got a few guys like that are all, around my age up to, I got a couple guys younger than me that are leading deck crews.
So there's hope.
There's hope. Yeah, they're out there. There's less of them.
I love Sam. Sam Milligan, Cousins, baby. 989 Cousins, 989 Cousins. Thanks, my man. You're the best.
All right. Thanks, Marty. Have a good one, man.
He's a pro.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps, or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tapes. Those moments are gone. But the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 1 million families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their old home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tapes, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud.
With Mother's Day around the corner, it's the perfect time to get your Legacy Box and save your family's history. After all, few things are as important as protecting your precious memories. Give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget. Take advantage of our Mother's Day sale, which starts now. It's our best deal of the year. Save up to 60% off. Visit legacybox.com/radio, and for a limited time, get an increase
of credits from CCAC, $2,000 in total debt. 80% of CCAC students have no debt. More than 100 programs. And registration for fall opens April 11th. CCAC rocks, folks. Check it out. Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Balance is free. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Best training. Best equipment. Best pricing. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412.
Saturday and Sunday at the Olin Fine Arts Center. Tickets at washsim.org. The Washington Symphony Orchestra, presenting Red, White, and Blue May 16th and 17th. Supported in part by Washington County Tourism. Tickets at washsim.org. That's washsim.org.
Magnificent May savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, bone-in, center-cut pork loin chops or roast are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bags, $2.99 each. In our deli, lower sodium Silver Star boneless hams are $7.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Pepsi or Mountain Dew, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, $6.99 each.
At Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Owners of some iPhones are in line to get cash payments of up to $95 each from Apple. That's after the company reached a $250 million settlement of a class action lawsuit for false advertising. That's over promises about the AI capabilities of an updated Siri advisor on securing an NBA franchise for Seattle. And the South Korean electronics giant Samsung, the latest company to reach a $1 trillion valuation on demand for its AI chips. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You want me to tell you why these oil companies are a bunch of jagoffs? So oil is $98 a barrel, okay? Okay? Yesterday was over 100 something. Like 116. Did they lower gas prices at your station? Hell no. Jagoffs. What's my point? My point is they raised gas 30 cents a gallon 2 nights ago because the price per oil, they say, went up. Well, fellas, it dropped by $20 a barrel. Did you lower it? Hell no. Jagoffs. Liars. Cheats. Whatever else I want to say. It's a scam, man. Freaking scam. Meantime, I had to have Vincent back because we were talking about immigration and the struggle, and he's doing a hell of a thing trying to legally adopt 3 El Salvadoran children, which I admire and respect. But it's not easy, is it, Vincent?
No, it isn't, Marty. One of the qualifications for them to be naturalized had to be able to speak English.
Oh.
All right. So once these boys turned 5 years old, we went down to the federal courthouse in Pittsburgh. There was a group there, probably close to 30 people going to be naturalized that day. They had people there in suits. They were federal people. They were talking to everybody, asked our children what their names were, who mommy's name was, who daddy's name was. You know, it was mommy and daddy. They didn't know our names.
Yeah.
And, you know, where they lived, you know, this, that, and if there was any pets. Just to get a formal idea that they could speak English.
Yeah.
And everything went good. Everything went through. Got the naturalization papers. No problem. They all graduated high school, got driver's license.
Wow.
You know, no problems there. Never had a problem with any of them being arrested, accused, or anything. Okay, now the real IDs come out, okay? And these real IDs have been out for a while, Marty. We got ours in 21. My son went in 21. Here he goes up there, and the DMV guy says, I want to see the naturalization paper. So he went home, got his naturalization paper, went back. Now, I got a problem. Naturalization paper said he was born in 82. Driver's license says 83. Birth certificate says 83. Somebody made a typo when they typed up, you know, the naturalization papers. So he's 38 years old now.
Wow.
So now, technically, he is not a citizen.
Wow.
State. Okay. Now, this is during COVID.
Holy cow.
Phone, this, that. We called everybody. had to send all the paperwork out. That's how I know it was 5/8 of an inch. I measured it before I put it in an envelope. Out to Kansas City. They went through all the stuff and everything. Took six weeks to get it back. So you kind of start worried with the longer this thing takes. And here they sent us a smart email that said if it was our problem to send that new paper back, it's going to be $600.
What?
If it was disfaced, tore, ripped, and just needed replaced, it was $300 for naturalization paper. If it was their problem, it was $50. Okay, so yeah, it was their problem. They did finally 6 weeks later do it for $50. Now, Marty, when they sent before they sent the new one back, they wanted a passport photo of my son.
It's unbelievable.
All right, so now the naturalization paper comes back to he was born in '83, naturalized in '88. It's got a picture of a 38-year-old on the naturalization papers, not a child who was 5 years old at the time. So I told him, I said, go get a passport. I said, you'll have the real ID, a passport. I said, I don't care what.
Hold on, I'm running out of time here. Is he a citizen yet?
He's been a citizen since '88. Wow. So yes, we got everything straightened out. Now we called him back, emailed him, says, since this looks, suspicious.
My God.
Could we have something on a formal letterhead for you guys?
Yeah.
Notarize, whatever you do with it, stating that this was redone.
Yeah.
They said no.
No. Screw you.
That was it. So like I said, with a passport and a real ID, shouldn't have any problem.
How many years is
kids were adopted in El Salvador?
40 years?
We went to El Salvador to the courthouse.
For El Salvador?
We adopted them. Yes, we adopted them back here. Hey, Marty, it was bad over there when we went there. In the courthouse, in the hallway, which is probably 6-8 feet wide, there was a guard in there with a sawed-off shotgun.
Oh, my God. I got to put you on hold. This is a long story's too long, man. I'm going to put you on another day. I love the story. It's a friggin' movie. Grab his number, please. But, Vincent, we get it. It sucks. Wow. Amazing.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop. Just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 52 degrees under cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock.
I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. A local school district is reducing screen time for some of its students. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
Ken McMillan officials say they're eliminating the use of Chromebooks for students in kindergarten through second grade because they want their youngest students to be focused more on face-to-face instruction. Superintendent Dr. Greg Taranto.
At this point, it's just pretty much of a stance saying that at our earlier grades where brain development's the most precious in kindergarten through second grade, there's really no need to have kids on Chromebooks or screens.
He says research shows students at that age learn best from other humans, so they'll maximize that approach. He adds while grades 3 to 12 will still use the devices, their use will be scaled back. He cites a game-like math program where he says there's no real evidence that it actually teaches kids math. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh's polls are getting new chairs and lounges. They'll be available when polls open on June 15th. Nearly 300 chairs have been purchased for the polls. They've been divvied out based on poll use and the size of available deck space. The city says it's also still looking for lifeguards. The next training class starts today. UPMC is pushing back on a report the watchdog group Public Citizen that listed 4 of its local hospitals as being at risk of closing. They were UPMC Mercy, UPMC McKeesport, and UPMC Green. The report says the risk is due to a reliance on government-funded care, and with federal cuts to Medicaid, they faced an uncertain future. UPMC Chief Medical Officer Paul Wood spoke to KDKA's Marty Griffin.
You know, the bottom line is it took one single data point, and it drew conclusions without accounting for the full picture of how hospitals like UPMC actually operate.
He says that's as a system where facilities share resources to ensure stability. A number of bills are headed to the governor's desk for his signature. They include 2 to modernize the midwife profession in Pennsylvania, updating the state's accessibility code, and changes the state's dental law, which would allow dental students and faculty to practice in a wider range of facilities, including those owned and operated by a dental school. And on Wall Street, the Dow is up 498 points, the Nasdaq is up 371 points, and the S&P 500 is up 74. KDKA Sports, Paul Skeens is expected to be on the mound for the Bucks as they continue their series against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:04, and it is currently 52 degrees under cloudy skies in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast next.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Did you feel that drafty breeze from your windows this winter? Yikes, it was scary cold. But just as scary is that you now know that your windows will let in that hot, humid air all summer. Let PJ Fitzpatrick help reduce your utility bills with custom-made, double-insulated replacement windows. PJ provides peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Plus, PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for your new windows. That's trustpj.com.
My man JK's done it again in Oakmont. I heard the buzz a while back, and it's real now. A Bodie Kitchen and Bar. Wow. This place is gorgeous. Open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday, 4 to 10. Insane brunch Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 3. In the former Chelsea Grill space. Beautiful, cool space. Fantastic food, comfort food with a twist. Check out JK's new joint. It's amazing. A Bodie Kitchen. Check it out.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Plenty of clouds this afternoon and cool with a high of 58. Cloudy early tonight, some clearing late and chilly, low 39 to 43. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, another cool day with a passing late-day shower, high 58. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Turning 65? Are you overwhelmed by Medicare options? With over 60 plans to choose from, it's easy to get confused. MediConnect is hosting free in-person workshops across Pittsburgh for answers you need. No obligation, just advice. Whether you have questions about coverage, prescriptions, retirement goals, MediConnect's team will assist in finding the right plan for you. Call 888-818-6334. 888-818-6334. Medicare made simple. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love this story. Let me pull the mic closer so I can actually be heard. We've seen this kind of weird roller coaster kind of graph with faith and people having faith. And historically, folks have more faith when they're in some traumatic or dramatic situation. Someone's dying. You go to church and pray that they live. I'm not demeaning anyone. It's just the way it happens. During economic crisis, the highest numbers of people that ever went to church in American history, the Great Depression, you kind of go there for strength, and you just do. Personal trauma, you did something wrong, you want forgiveness, loss, all that kind of stuff. That's not my thing, but that's just me. My wife goes to church every Sunday, and I've gone more. I don't do it because I to be honest, I do it for her, honestly. My grandfather was the coolest. My man, he never went to church. You know what he said? He goes, you know what? I'm way ahead of the game. I was an altar boy for 17 years. So was I. So I say, I'm with you, Grandpap. But this isn't about my cynicism and my lack of going to the physical church. It's about this vibe happening in America. It's actually kind of cool. And there's this great piece in the Wall Street Journal that had me thinking and had me reaching out to my man. And it was this week. What's today's date? Yeah, it was 3 days ago. New Yorkers have a new hot spot. Sunday Mass. This is actually kind of cool. At St. Joseph's Church in Greenwich Village. There isn't enough room. How about that? How about that? Is that the one with the 4-year-old? Is that the one with the 4-year-old? Yeah. Before we get to Hogan, he'll be cool. I want to put him on. That's my friend, Mrs. O'Malley. Hello there, young lady. Are you there?
I'm here.
And is our guy there?
I got to patch him in.
Introduce him.
This is going to be Teddy O'Malley. I got to conference him in from his grandma's house.
Yeah, but who are you conferencing in? Tell us.
My son, Theodore O'Malley, we'll call him Teddy.
Teddy.
Yep.
And why we're doing this? Tell us why we're doing this.
So he's running to be Junior Ranger of the Year, and Junior Ranger of the Year is for kids who really love being in nature. And Teddy fits that. He was in Florida, and someone, a ranger at like a rehabilitation for the manatees, he asked so many questions like, you should run for this. So we started doing that.
And Teddy's 4.
He's 4.
And he's at Grandma's house.
He's at great-grandmother's house.
Wow, and he can only be on, because he's so busy, he's a celebrity, he has all this paparazzi stuff going. He's only available right now, so we have him with his great-grandmother, I think, don't we?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I just have to patch him in and figure out how to do it.
Uh-oh.
So I got to do that.
All right.
Let me get him.
We're waiting on Teddy. Here comes Teddy. We're going to post all this stuff on social so that Teddy can be the Ranger of the Year, which is cool. We love Teddy. Kelly? Is anybody out there?
Yeah, I'm looking. I know how to do this.
I don't think you're doing it very well.
I don't think so either.
I think you were trained by me. Teddy.
I do it all the time for work, so it's
Sure
kind of
you
funny.
do.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, it was a good idea for a minute.
Yeah.
You know that panic you start to feel, Patrick, when it's not working? She's feeling that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to try it again and call back?
No, I got...
Teddy. Teddy. She got nothing. They're all gone now. Oh, well.
Oops.
You know you can't win them all. We try. Sometimes technology just doesn't work. We'll try again. Meantime, I digress. I got to get Pastor Hogan. How are you, Pastor?
I'm doing great, my brother. How are you?
How are you feeling?
I'm good. A little groggy from yesterday, but I'm good.
He had a colonoscopy, which is...
I did. Fun.
7 hours on the toilet and then 2 days of grogginess.
Right. That's exactly what it's been.
But you're okay.
But, yeah, no big problems. One polyp removed. I'm good to go.
All right. So I saw this piece and immediately sent it to you. Here's what I love. When we can get young people jazzed about faith, they're lining up to go to church. They're meeting singles. They're having pizza parties. Does this give you hope for like this reinvigorated Christian spirit, sir?
Oh, it definitely does. And I think it's a bit overdue because what we have going on across the country is so much chaos.
True.
You know, so much hatred, so much suffering, so much, struggling to get by with gas prices through the roof.
True.
And usually, like you said, that pushes people toward faith because they'd rather get a big dose of love and something solid to stand on than feel like they're being tossed by the waves all the time. And so it's exciting to me to see, especially in a place like Greenwich Village, because Greenwich can be pretty crazy sometimes if you've ever been there, and to know that that church up there is seeing this much fruit, that's pretty awesome.
Before I get back to that, because you're right, they've had big events, baptisms at Pitt. Have you seen this?
I have.
It's cool as hell, huh?
Yeah, lots of stuff going on all over the country right now, and
wow.
I just think that people are just due for it. They're tired of being tied in knots. You know, you go through your week and everybody's telling you everything that's wrong with everything all the time. People are screaming in the streets about stuff.
Yeah.
People are hating. People are taking shots at politicians, and suddenly you're like, you know what? I need something better than this being dumped into my brain.
But my man, I had you on the air during COVID, and they did surveys. Young people didn't believe in God at all. So something happened. I tell you what, because I see this on these college campuses, kids get lonely. And this is kind of a place to find solace, kindness.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And they don't, I don't mean this as an insult,
No.
It's just the reality. This generation struggled to learn how to socialize because of COVID and because of the internet.
Yes.
People go, they meet somebody that they might be interested in romantically, and they have an awkward conversation at a coffee shop, and then they panic and ghost each other, and because they don't know how to interact. We were kind of forced because we didn't have any of this fancy stuff. We had to learn how to interact socially. So this is providing a great opportunity for them not just to come to faith, but to learn how to interact with one another in groups better. That's awesome.
It's funny you should say this because I've been with my son all week and just hanging, which is so cool. And I asked him, he's almost 16 and he's never been on a date. And they don't socialize like we were ordered to. And I told him at Central Catholic we would have girls brought in on buses. We would have dances on Saturday nights. And I would stare at a girl until she stared back. And then someone would push us together. And that's how my idiotic, ignorant, lame butt said hello.
Right.
So what you're saying is so poignant. Like, my man, this deal in New York, they have pizza to pews. I mean, that's just cool, right?
It is. It's very cool.
Yeah. And any way to get them in the room together. My man, you know how many times I've said to single people, go to church? Seriously, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you, when our church was smaller than it is now, I had some single ladies that were in their late 20s, and they were talking about wanting to meet somebody.
Yes.
And I said, look, I don't want to kick you out for keeps, but go find a bigger church. Somebody that's got some single guys with some prospects to go to, so you can meet someone. You don't want to meet them down at the bar, so go out to like one of those monstrous places and see if they've got a singles group for people your age.
Sure.
And but it's been weird observing my own kids and how they learn to socialize with one another, because it's like through Discord and these apps and stuff. Yes. And I guess that's what we would have been doing if we had all this stuff, but I'm kind of glad we didn't.
So, pizza to pews. And then the numbers in Pittsburgh are also dramatically rising. Do you see this as sticking?
I hope it will. The trends usually say that it goes up and it goes down. People get comfortable in their faith, especially oddly when they get what they're looking for. If somebody's praying for their family member to get through leukemia and it works out, oftentimes 2 years later you ask that person how their prayer life is doing, and they're like, I haven't been praying much. Because it was the biggest thing on their mind 2 years ago, but then when God let it happen for them, they kind of like, okay, well, I don't really need him right now because I don't have anything catastrophic going on.
With what's happening to young people in particular, with so much kind of being thrown at them with little face-to-face stuff, I love this, man. If I could get my son to go to a church group, because that's where I ended up being at the Christian groups at Sacred Heart School, and I was the president of the Christian group, and you meet all these young people, and if that's the way it starts, more power to it, right?
Yeah, I think actually Vince would love it. It would be awkward at first.
It is.
But he would definitely end up loving it, I think.
Plus, you meet like-minded people.
Right, and especially when you're getting to that age where you're looking at, you're becoming an adult, who's my spouse potentially going to be. You don't want it to be random where you don't have anything in common, because that can be just very stressful and not work out real well.
I love this stuff, man. I hope it plays out. Hey, how did you meet your wife?
I met my wife. This is a true story. I was walking into the basement mailroom of a barracks in Germany.
That's amazing.
And a guy, I was looking at a piece of paper as I was walking, and a guy named Benitez said, "Hey, Hogan, this is Gil. You're going to be working with her." And I looked up and I thought, that is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life.
That's amazing.
And 4 years later, I married her.
You are the brother of all brothers. Thanks, my man.
Yep. Hey, have a great day.
Pizza to pews, people. Loving it.
Hey, don't make Vince wear that cassock when you send them there.
Will not.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your KFC weekend weather update. Saturday will bring considerable clouds with rain and drizzle, primarily in the morning. The temperature will reach a high of 63 degrees, introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now, every weekday, you get a different bucket of crispy, crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10 only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Hey, folks, appliances are big purchases. Mistakes can quickly become expensive. That's why I recommend Voss TV and Appliance. Family owned since 1960. Pittsburghers have trusted Voss for decades because they do right by people. The Voss family and their entire team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out and provide helpful advice before, during, and after your purchase. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed. At Perry Calder, my boy JP, one of my close friends, at his law firm, AI is for attorney intelligence, not artificial intelligence. I have sent family members and friends to his firm. Medical malpractice, the best in the country. Product liability, the same. They have won massive verdicts. Perry Calder, attorney intelligence, 412-281-4200, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. I recently had 2 sets of customers who had vastly different stories. One had purchased elsewhere 3 years ago and spent $5,000. And the other had purchased from OMF 12 years ago and spent $1,000. The difference? Our customer's mattress lasted 4 times longer and cost them 5 times less. Don't waste money on overpriced, overhyped mattresses. Visit the Original Mattress Factory for unbeatable quality and value. Sleep better, longer, for less.
Hey, this is Lisa with Nest Expressions Window Fashions. My South Hills Hunt Douglas Gallery.
NASCO, they get it. 412-373-2000, NASCO. 412-373-2000. 2-373-2000, NASCO. 412-373-2000.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team when they discuss how to celebrate Mom on Mother's Day. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Tootie Mechanical, when they get to your house, they treat you like family. And the service, and the professional attitude, and their expertise. HVAC, the best there is. On top of that, Tootie Mechanical.
Experts navigate the insurance maze at no cost to you. Before you renew, experts navigate the insurance maze at no cost to you. Before you renew or enroll, call One Health Benefits. They work for you, not the insurance companies. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
Perry Calder, Attorney Intelligence, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My kids don't like church at all. That's my fault. I take full responsibility or blame or whatever the hell you want to say because I shut it all down. I'm being honest. My girls are both in sororities. They're very active, and they end up going to functions that are somewhat Christian. So if they end up back in church and that's how they find it, that's how they find it. My wife gets a little annoyed with me, and she's probably right in that. If Daddy doesn't do it, the kids say, look, Dad's not doing it, and so they don't do it. So what I've tried to do recently is go to church more because I probably prefer if they have a church. My view in bitterness is not healthy for them, and I hold on to the truth and the people that were hurt in that church. But that doesn't make it fair when it comes to them making decisions about their life. And in particular, if and when they get married, you don't have a church. You're like, where do we go? What if you marry someone of faith? And then that becomes the issue. So I find it cool that a lot of these young folks are finding church. A lot of them in Pittsburgh. Seriously, Pitt has a big resurgence in a Christian belief, which is cool. And it's also part of the reason why I go more now, because I want my kids to go too, and whether it annoys them or not, it's irrelevant. If Dad goes, they have to go. So that's why they kind of coerce me not to go. But young people get so lonely that to be able to get to a place where they can have pizza and each other and a conversation in faith, that's kind of cool. And to Hogan's point, the numbers are spiking all over the country, not just Greenwich Village. And that's cool. A lot of people don't believe. My daughters don't have any interest in any of it. But the further they get into college and interact with other groups and end up back there, and as they think about, because they both have long-term boyfriends, lifelong commitments, you want to have some sort of foundation in some sort of faith, I think. I just do. I think it's very, very valuable.
Chuck McDowell here with Red Pocket Mobile. How long have you been stuck with the same phone plan? 2 years? 5? 10? Are you tired of surprise fees and confusing bills? Switch to Red Pocket Mobile. With Red Pocket Mobile, premium 5G plans start at just $10 a month. Pick a plan, lock in your rate, and that's the number you'll see on your bill every month. No hidden fees and no long-term contracts. And here's the kicker. Red Pocket lets you choose from 3 major 5G networks, not just one. Pick the network that actually works where you live and where you work. Try one, and if you like it, keep it. If not, switch to another. Never be stuck with a single network again. Plus, keep your phone, keep your number. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
New customers can switch and save 50%. Choose from all 3 major 5G.
He is telling its students that counseling is available after a student athlete died on Monday. Jordan Haas was a member of the men's volleyball team and was studying psychology. The university says its counseling center is available for students, and students can also use the Talk Campus Mental Health Support app. Support is available for faculty and staff through the university's Life Solutions programs. A GoFundMe set up by his grandparents says Haas suffered a brain aneurysm last month. The page has raised more than $26,000 so far. School districts across the area are proposing tax increases in their latest budgets. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Upper St. Clair's proposed $111 million plan includes a 3% tax increase and uses about $1.2 million from its fund balance to cover one-time costs. District leaders say staffing will drop slightly through attrition with no impact on students, and a new robotics center is planned. In Seneca Valley, a nearly $187 million budget proposal includes a 3.5% tax increase at the state limit. Officials say both districts are working to maintain programs while managing growing expenses. Final votes are expected in June. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
AP's Lisa Dwyer reports on a new opinion poll
for immigrants, though they believe it used to be. The belief that America used to be great for immigrants is more prominent among Democrats and independents, as well as among people who were born outside the U.S. Only about 3 in 10 U.S. adults say the U.S. is now a great place for immigrants, while about 1 in 10 say it never was. About 1/3 of U.S. adults say they know someone personally that has started carrying proof of their immigration status or have significantly changed their routines. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 518 points, the Nasdaq is up 404 points, and the S&P 500 is up 81. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next report coming up at 2 o'clock here on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Looking grill out by the dumpster of our apartment. Should we change first or grab it now? Ovi asked. Now. We loaded that dirty grill into the back of our car. Ovi in his tux and me in my white dress. Ovi since he worked nights as a waiter. Those were lean days. Ovi since he worked nights as a waiter. Those were lean days, but they were filled with love, and remembering them makes me appreciate our blessings today. At Botkin Family Wealth Management, we're interested in hearing your story because understanding your beginnings is an important part of appreciating what it took to get where you are today. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
After a rainy morning this afternoon will be mostly cloudy and much cooler than yesterday. The high 58. Cloudy early tonight, some clearing late, and chilly, though 39 to 43. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, a cool day with a shower late, the high 58. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is your roof ready for April rain? Call Home Genius Exteriors now and get 50% off all roofing materials with 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Plus, get free gutters with your new roof. Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection from one of our experts. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
A luxury vacation home where the only decision is pool time or beach time. Your own private indoor pool, a real movie theater, a kitchen big enough for everyone to cook together. Whether it's a deep water dock on the lake or a private path to the ocean, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the place where this summer's memories are made. And when you book direct, you skip the extra platform fees and you get the best price. Give yourself something better to look forward to this year. Let's be honest, you've earned it. Visit SWAC, SWACK vacations.com.
Bring your home back to life with Zero Res, a fresher clean that you can actually feel. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139 and whole home air duct cleaning starting at just $599. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and tell them KDKA sent you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Thursday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. We'll give you a chance to see Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Plus, we'll check in with Bill Hillgrove. When is the NFL schedule coming out?
I don't spend a whole lot of time on Trump because I just don't. And so many of you are obsessed with Trump, so no matter what he does, you somehow make it into something positive, which I can't comprehend. He's all over the map. He's random. He's confused. He's just ignorant. And he's getting weirder by the day. He does this stream of consciousness stuff. And I think it's because, and I know it is, if you've been around really famous people, they have these sycophants around them, like 50 people that just, no matter what they do, if they crap on the sidewalk, the sycophants say, oh, look how cool. It's just the way they live their lives. They spend their entire life lifted up above the ground, so they never even touch down. They don't even know what it's like to walk. And no matter what they say, it's wonderful. And so Trump has surrounded himself with sycophants. And so he does this weird stuff. Says these weird things, which would be fine if he was just your average 80-year-old pain in the ass, except he's the president of the United States. And I think he thinks he's full of wisdom and insight, but really he says moronic things. TJ, I'm not taking your call. He's your boy, which is explaining the obvious why I don't take your call. Because you've been ignorant for 15 years and you're not changing today. Listen to what he said. So Trump had a bunch of kids, or Mr. Rogers or something. More like one of the people on Yeehaw, Hee-Haw, or one of the Three Stooges shows. If you listen to this clip, I have 2 of them. But he's talking to this little girl. And then he's surrounded by kids. I would say none of those kids are older than 10, right? About that, right? Right, Patrick?
Yeah, that's about right.
Right, Trevin? They're young kids, right?
That's about right.
All in his office. And he's talking to
all the time. But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon And maybe we wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle East would have been gone, Israel would have been gone, and they would have told you the Middle East would have been gone, Israel would have been gone, and they would have trained their sights on Europe, and they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Remember, we sent that beautiful B-2 bomber in, and we blew up their nuclear potential. It was obliterated, for those that are not aware, and to a point where it would take them weeks to dig down, and we wouldn't let them dig down. We have our eyes on it all the time. But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe we wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle East would have been gone, Israel would have been gone, and they would have trained their sights on Europe first, and then us. Because they're sick people. These are sick people. And we're not going to let lunatics have a nuclear weapon. The power of a nuclear weapon is something I don't even want to talk about.
You do want to talk about it. Santa. Wow. Talk about the boogeyman. Come on, man. If I had kids in here and said that, their parents would snap. Something's wrong with him. That's just not normal. That's not funny. It's not entertaining. The bald-faced lie about show me some data for all the people that love Trump. Send it to me. Get Marty at KDKRadio.com or call us. Get Marty at KDKRadio.com. Show me where they had a nuke in 2 weeks. Show me that. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Then this is even stupider. There's a girl beside him, beautiful little girl, who wants to be a volleyball player. And this is how he boosts her morale. This is the president talking to this. She's probably 6, maybe. Listen.
I play volleyball, and in the summer I'm trying to get into soccer.
Well, and with your height, do you smash the ball, the volleyball?
No.
Do you get up high? Can you jump high?
Not very.
Soccer might be better. I'm just looking. I think she'd be a great soccer.
She's too short. What are we doing, man? She's too short. You're all going to die. The other day, he told the head of NASA. Do you have the big ears thing? The big ears thing. This is the head of NASA. This is the President of the United States talking to a brilliant man, the head of NASA, about his ears. I am not kidding you. It's bizarre. He's losing it. And again, I don't do much of this Trump stuff, but he's getting weirder. Go ahead, listen.
Are you considering relocating NASA's headquarters out of D.C. once the lease is up? States like Texas, Ohio, and Florida.
Well, the best man to tell you that is the man standing right over here. You heard that question? With those beautiful ears of yours? He's got great hearing, you know. He's got super hearing.
Trick of the trade, sir.
So the head of NASA has big ears. And this jagoff says you have big ears, that's why you hear everything. The President of the United States. I know you love him, and you name your kids and dogs and cats after him, but I'm sorry, but the kid thing, telling them all going to die, is bizarre. A nuke in 2 weeks is a lie. Go ahead, Dale.
Hey, you're the same guy that had Rich Fitzgerald on.
I'm done. I'm not fighting with Dale today. Rich Fitzgerald I've known since I was 15. I would trust him with my life. And there is Dale defending Trump, telling us the world's going to end. Bye-bye, Dale. Bye-bye.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The 45th deserves local leadership you can trust. Pat Katina is the name we know and the leader we trust. A lifetime resident focused on strengthening our infrastructure and protecting the values that matter most to our families. The choice is clear. Vote Katina for the 45th by mail or in person on May 19th. Paid for by Friends of Pat Katina.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week, new segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back, we're better, let's get it.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page, or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Injured? This is attorney Ed Shenderovich of Shenderovich and Fishman. Our fee is only 25%, and we guarantee we'll win your case or you pay nothing. So call us at 888-98-TWINS. We've got your back, not your wallet.
This is Dr. Peduzzi with the American Back Centers in Wexford. A common question I get from patients is, are my only options steroid shots or surgery? The answer is no. You should consider a second opinion. At American Back Centers, we use our non-surgical decompression protocol, a cutting-edge treatment that targets the actual cause of your back pain without heavy medications, steroid shots, or invasive surgery. Schedule your free evaluation online at AmericanBackCenters.com or call us today at 724-935-3300.
At American Back Centers, you've got nothing to lose but the pain.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Did you know that Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory has their own factory, fabric warehouse, and showroom right here in Pittsburgh? Lachina doesn't just sell their beautiful custom products, they make them. From exquisite fabrics to custom draperies to blinds, shades, shutters, and upholstery, you get Lachina's expertise from start to finish. Visit Lachina's showrooms in Dormont and Wexford. Call 412-665-4900 to book a free Lachina shop at home visit or book online at lachinadrapery.com.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Owners of some iPhones are in line to get cash payments of up to $95 each from Apple. That's after the company reached a $250 million settlement of a class action lawsuit for false advertising. That's over promises about the AI capabilities of an updated Siri voice assistant on 37 million iPhone 16s when that phone launched back in 2024. Those AI upgrades still haven't happened. Wall Street seeing big gains today while oil prices are sharply lower. A lot of hopes that a deal will be reached to end the U.S. war against Iran. Right now, the Dow and the S&P both up a little more than 1%. The Nasdaq 1.5% higher. Oil down to $95 a barrel. The co-owner of the NHL's Seattle Kraken hockey team has hired several investment bankers to advise her on securing an NBA franchise for Seattle. And the South Korean electronics giant Samsung, the latest company to reach a $1 trillion valuation on demand for its AI chips. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
One more time. This is Trump talking to kids, telling them we all should be dead, and then Iran had a nuke. Kids, listen.
We just broke every record, and now we're going to take a hit because we have to make a journey down to Iran to take the nuclear weapon. They would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Remember, we sent that beautiful B-2 bomber in, and we blew up their nuclear potential. It was obliterated, for those that are not aware, and to a point where it would take them weeks to dig down, and we wouldn't let them dig down. We have our eyes on it all the time. But it was a very important thing. So we would have had an Iran with a nuclear weapon, and maybe we wouldn't all be here right now. I can tell you the Middle East would have been gone, Israel would have been gone. And they would have trained their sights on Europe first and then us, because they're sick people. These are sick people. And we're not going to let lunatics have a nuclear weapon.
There you go.
The power of a nuclear weapon is something I don't even want to talk about.
But you did with 6-year-olds. Go home and tell your mommy you should be dead. Short to play volleyball. In the AI clip, she reaches around and smacks a volleyball off his head. That's what you want to do. He's really talking. Gas to $6. We handed Iran a weapon much better than a bomb. A squeeze on the world's gas tank. He can't sell we'd all be lit up by a nuke in 2 weeks. It's a lie. Another thing. We just declared military operations are over. Okay. By the way, they still have all the nuclear stuff and exercise the one thing that that I'm wrong. No. If you think that's appropriate, you're wrong. You're wrong. That is gross. Grimy, smarmy, low life, whatever you want to call it. Mr. President, we got some kids in here today that want to see the Oval Office. Do you mind having them in? Oh, no, bring them in.
I got to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Whether you're for the president, whether you're Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
If you're a parent and you're standing in that room.
What I'm saying.
And you hear the president saying that.
Right.
Would you not take your child out of the room?
I'd want to. But the people in that room love him. That's why they're in the room.
But you're a parent.
Sycophants.
You're a parent first.
Doesn't matter. Not to them, they're not. This is Donald J. Trump, brother. They're in that room because they love Trump. See, Johnny? He saved us. If you're in the Oval Office, you love Trump.
So you put the president before your child?
Of course they do. Hell yeah.
It's also not a room you just walk out of.
Yeah. Yeah, it really isn't. It's like being in a bank.
I hear you both, but I don't care. If I'm standing there and that's my son or daughter, we got to go.
Yeah, but that's why you're not invited into the room.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. I forgot.
My man, we will never be in that room, brother. Oh,
they're
my
laughing.
God.
I said, Marty sounds... They're laughing.
Michael Bartley is here. What happened?
They're in there laughing. Do you see them laughing at her? I said, Marty sounds like a big Democrat today.
Did everybody else get fired?
Wait, no. Shut up!
Are you out of rehab again?
Shut up! Wait, were you on with my girl, Eileen? Was that my...
You're not your girl. She's my cousin.
I know she is.
Jaguar.
I love her so much. Oh,
Can I
boy.
tell you a Pratt story?
Yeah, yeah.
Patrick witnessed it. I walk in here yesterday.
Yeah.
And Pratt says, God bless you. How has your sister been able to hang in there this long with pancreatic cancer?
Oh, God love her.
And I said, you know, she died 3 months ago.
I know that. Wait, what did he say? What did he do?
Oh.